Hey there, it's Robin. I just wanted to come on here and share my COVID story. And because I remember whenever I got COVID and um, ended up having a long hauler situation, I couldn't find a whole lot out there in ways of support or people with similar stories. So, really, I just wanted to share in case someone else is feeling the same way. If they find themselves struggling as a COVID long hauler and just looking for other people's advice or their stories to help them get through, here's my story. So, I got COVID November of 2020, and it was really bad for a couple weeks for me as far as the coughing, gasping for air. I was short of breath. I couldn't really walk around without getting exhausted and short of breath. It felt really, really bad for 2 weeks. And my husband got it as well, and he was pretty much better within 24 to 48 hours. So I'm like, okay, he got over it really quickly. I, on the other hand, was just really struggling. And so it was almost Thanksgiving, and I was still really sick. And I'm just like, why am I still feeling this sick? Maybe I have something else. Maybe it's turned into pneumonia. So I went to Care Now, and they wanted to do a chest x-ray to see if I had pneumonia. And always with any x-rays, they ask, is there any way that you could be pregnant? And we had been trying to get pregnant for over 2 years. So it really wasn't top of mind at that point. I had COVID, I was sick, obviously we hadn't done it in a long time, but I was like, well, I guess, I don't know. I think my period's due in like a week. I don't really know. And so they did the pregnancy test and it came back positive. And of course, it's COVID time, so no one was allowed back with you. And Jordan and the kids were actually in the car waiting for me. And so I'm just like freaking out. I start crying. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. So we ended up not doing the x-ray. And, they were like, okay, we'll just monitor it and hopefully you feel better, basically. I didn't feel better. I never felt better, really. It got a little better, but then it's like I could not walk without just gasping for air. I mean, just like I could not do anything without being out of breath. I couldn't even sit here and talk without being out of breath. And so the doctor gave me a nebulizer, and I started doing that 4 times a day, and that helped tremendously. So if you are struggling, if you had COVID in the past and you're still struggling with being out of breath or coughing, I would definitely recommend doing a nebulizer. Just kind of clears your airwaves. I also had an inhaler, and they also did a Symbicort inhaler, so it's a little stronger, and that really helped as well. So those are some things that kind of helped. But with being pregnant, there wasn't a whole lot they could do, and there wasn't a whole lot of tests we could run. So it was just like, you just got to push through it and survive it. And I just remember, thinking, is this going to be forever? Or, is this going to go away after I have the baby? Like, what is going to happen? I can't imagine, living like this for much longer. I ended up having placenta previa and having a bleed, so I was in the hospital off and on throughout the pregnancy, so still doing the breathing treatments and stuff like that, but I ended up getting put on bed rest, and so I really wasn't doing a lot of physical activity anyways towards the end of my pregnancy. But I will say, shortly after I gave birth, things started getting back to normal. I was finally able to breathe. I wasn't coughing all the time. Like, I was able to walk. I would say within like 4 weeks after having her, I was feeling really good and I didn't need the nebulizer anymore. I wasn't doing any breathing treatments at that point. Probably about 2 weeks after I had her, I wasn't doing any breathing treatments, and I was feeling pretty good. Every now and then I would do like my inhaler if needed, but for the most part, it went away. So I just want to encourage you, if you are pregnant right now and you had COVID when you're pregnant or before pregnancy and you're struggling, there is hope that you will start to feel better after you give birth. I don't know what it is. I've also, heard and read other stories of moms that felt better after they gave birth. So I'm hoping that that's, the case for most people that are in this situation. And I did not choose to get the vaccine. So I don't know if that would have changed anything. I also did hear that people who got the vaccine and they had long hauler symptoms while pregnant also started feeling better after the vaccine. So that could be something that helps you as well. But I was really happy that things got better, and I was actually able to start working out recently, and it's gonna be really tough to get back in shape and all of that, and it's a long road for me, but I've at least started, and it feels really good to be able to be physically active again. So stay positive and hopeful out there, and if you're struggling with any long hauler COVID stuff and you're pregnant and want to reach out to me, and you have any questions, definitely ask. So I hope that I can help in some way. But hope y'all are having a great day and a great week. Bye.